In the far reaches of the Arctic lies Greenland, a vast land of ice, silence, and raw beauty. For centuries, it stood far from the world's major power struggles, remote, frozen, largely ignored. In August 2019, the world was caught off guard. President Donald Trump floated an idea that seemed to come out of nowhere. The United States should buy Greenland. Media outlets called it bizarre. Late-night comedians had a field day. Denmark's prime minister dismissed it outright, calling the notion absurd. But today, that is no longer the case. As the Arctic ice melts, Greenland has moved from the edge of the map to the center of global attention. Beneath its ice lie valuable resources. Above it pass key military routes, and around it, global powers are watching closely. And Trump, in his second tenure, has reiterated his idea with even more fierce seriousness.
President Donald Trump appeared to suggest that the U.S. could intervene in the self-governing
Trump's open interest to acquiring the Greenland has sent shockwaves across Europe, NATO, and beyond. This is no longer just about climate change or geography. While Trump speaks of national security, political actors, analysts, and commentators are worried about how much influence this will mean for America and the future balance of power. Denmark has stood firm in its rejection. The government in Copenhagen has made it crystal clear: Greenland is not for sale. Why does Greenland matter so much? And how is the Arctic crisis reshaping European politics in ways few expected? Greenland is massive. Its 836,000 square miles makes it the world's largest island. However, only 56,000 people call it home. It's been an autonomous territory of Denmark since 1979, governing its own internal affairs while Denmark handles defense and foreign policy. But Trump's recent words reveal something deeper. He's called Greenland ownership an absolute necessity for American national security. Not a nice-to-have, not a strategic advantage, a necessity. That word changes everything. Because when a superpower declares something a necessity, the world pays attention. So what's really happening here? This is not just about Trump. This is about something more powerful that could be unfolding before our eyes in the 21st century. Something that means we must listen to the voice of Greenland itself. Greenland is not an empty land. It is home to people, communities, and a growing sense of identity. While Denmark still oversees foreign affairs and defense, Greenland governs most of its internal affairs through a system of self-government. For many Greenlanders, the conversation is not about choosing between powerful countries. It's about deciding their own future, at their own pace and on their own terms. The idea of becoming a strategic prize in a global power struggle raises real concerns. Local leaders have made it clear that Greenland does not want to be treated as territory to be negotiated over by others. For Greenlanders, this moment is about dignity, self-determination, and being heard in a world that is suddenly paying attention. And for the rest of the world, Greenland may seem like a story about ice, minerals, and military maps. But look closer, and it becomes something much bigger. This is a story about rules, about how nations treat one another in a changing world, about alliances being tested, about whether power will be guided by cooperation or competition. As the Arctic melts and global power balances shift, Greenland now stands at a crossroads between diplomacy and domination, between tradition and transformation. The choices made here will go beyond European politics. It will influence international security and the future of international cooperation. Greenland's story is no longer distant or frozen in time. It is unfolding now, and the world is watching.